Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan, and today I'm going to speak about two Lenten passages. Before I start, I'd like to thank Achin, Kochima, and the Youth Fellowship for giving me this opportunity to speak. The two passages I'm going to speak about today are Exodus chapter 12 verses 1 through 20 and Matthew chapter 25 verses 14 to 46. Exodus chapter 12 verses 1 through 20 is about God giving instructions to Moses and Aaron to pass down to the Israelites. These instructions are about what the Israelites should do on Passover. They are very specific and are mentioned in great detail. These instructions included sacrificing a lamb and putting blood on their doorframes. While these instructions may have seemed puzzling, God has had a specific purpose in mind. In verse 12 and 13, it says that on the same night I will pass through Egypt and strike down every firstborn of both people and animals, and I will bring judgment on all the gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. The blood will be a sign for you on the houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you. No destructive plague will touch you when I strike Egypt. This passage is a reminder that oftentimes in life, we tend to trust ourselves more than God. It is important to remember that God has a plan for us and He knows what's best. The second passage, Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 46, describes two separate parables. The first one is very familiar to many of us, and it is the parable of the talents. The master of a house gives 5 bags, 2 bags, and 1 bag of talents respectively to 3 servants in his house. The first 2 men take their talents and multiply them, giving larger amounts back to God. The third man, however, keeps his talent and does not do anything with it. The 2 who increase their talents are rewarded, while the one who does nothing is severely punished. As humans, we complain about what we don't have instead of being grateful and giving thanks to what God has given us. We don't realize how lucky we truly are. Verses 31 to 46 are about God encouraging Christians to take steps into helping those in need. This passage emphasizes that beyond acknowledging how lucky we are, we also have to help and aid those who are less fortunate. In verse 40, God reminds us, saying, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." During this period in time, let's make it a point to thank God, trust in Him, and also help those in need. Thank you.